What's on the cutting room floor today, Amanda?
Well, some interesting legislation that's been put forward by a Mississippi lawmaker.
Ooh.
Don't they call their senators and things lawmakers?
Yeah, I like it. It's a bit like Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd, though, his gun was the lawmaker. Did you like Judge Dredd?
Is he an actual judge? I've never watched or seen it or read it.
In Mega City 1 in the 3000 AD.
I'm just going to leave the room. Tell me when you finish talking.
Good, she's gone. Now we can talk about Judge Dredd. In 3000 AD, there's no more police because there's no time to do it. So the law enforcement officers are executioner or police officer, judge and executioner.
Where does Judge Judy fit in?
You've
got no answer for that.
You're back now.
I'm back now.
Oh, you're back, sorry.
Well, this is interesting because a lot of the anti-abortion movement in the States focuses on the women.
Yeah.
And it may surprise you to hear that men are 50% involved in this. So this Mississippi state lawmaker has introduced a law that bans males self-pleasuring themselves. He's obviously doing this as look, if you're going to be extreme, I'll be extreme. He's a Democrat state senator. This legislation would make it unlawful for a man to self-pleasure, quote, without the intent to fertilize an embryo.
Oh, yeah.
Because women now are responsible for all their own contraception, it seems, and if you get pregnant, then you are not allowed to have an abortion, although there is no financial assistance for you to raise that baby. So he's criticising anti-abortion measures that only focus on women. So this bill has been dubbed the Contraception Begins at Erection Act is what he's called it.
Right.
The first penalty would be $1,000, the second time $5,000, $10,000 for every subsequent offence. He says all across the country, especially here in Mississippi, the vast majority of bills relating to contraception and or abortion focus on the woman's role when men are 50% of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you go? Because the whole point here is if you are going to ejaculate,
okay,
then you have to be responsible for that actually being a potential life force, and you'll be fined if you don't use it as a life force.
I'd have to go and consult my bank. I'd have to good word with the bank manager.
Imagine that conversation. We're going to see that in one of those ads where they're looking at a screen, and there's your long-term deposits.
You got your spank bank.
I wasn't going to say.
And your bank bank.
And your wank bank.
Yeah. Well, it's curious.
It's curious. And what about this? This is interesting too, because the White House has now decreed there are only two accepted sexes, and that your sex is determined at conception. So what they're saying here is, well, if that's the case, every single person in America is now legally classified as female. Yeah. Because all embryos begin by developing female sex organs.
It's the XY-XX chromosome thing, and we all...
Well, the male sex organs only begin replacing them, begin forming at around 6 weeks after gestation. Yeah. Of gestation. So at the time of conception, all embryos are female. So if people are going to go to the Bible for all their stuff, they're going to look at these laws, let's take them to the extreme, shall we?
It's crazy, isn't it, when you look at the sexes and you look at how we're here. You know, we're all part of just microns, aren't we, really? We're all just specks in the universe.
I think we're more important than that.
No, we
each
are
other
specks
and
in
our
the
families
universe.
and ourselves.
Of course, but we exist in this world.
Yeah.
Do you ever look down at an ant's nest and you just look down at that ant's nest and you say, well, you know, how long is that? What's their life cycle, the ant's nest?
But they don't have conscious thought. But I have the same feeling when I fly over something. You know, I'm in an airplane. And you think every person down there has a life that's important. There are people that love them. They are suffering things. They are loving things, a rich sense of life. And I've spoken about this before, the word sonder, that means coming to the gradual realization that everyone is living a complex life.
It's true.
And we all are living complex lives. And most of us, I would say, are just trying to get along, to love each other, do a good job, have enough money to live and get along. We cloud it with so much other stuff.
There's a lot of dickheads down there too, as you're flying over.
Sure. Well, you're under the flight path. That's what the ants say. Look up there. Look at that idiot.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.